Hello, everybody. How's this? I am giving you some breaking news. And I very quickly put this together, and I'm going to actually share a little tutorial on how to make the little breaking news thing. Um, Hello, Josie. Hello, Josie. Hey to Jean. How's it going? Um, and is this Liv? Yep, it's definitely Liv. No question about it. And the reason I'm going Liv so quickly is because we actually do have some breaking news here in Australia. Hello, this way up. And I know it's getting late there, but here it's just afternoon. And this is a case that I have been hoping to talk to you about for a really long time. And this is like, wow, 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 wow. I can't believe this is actually happening. And I want to be the one to talk to you about it. I really, really did. You might have heard about this. If you haven't, hello, GeneXO. So glad you're here. Please tell people about this because this is an actual case that's actually happening here in Australia that people are actually talking about and have actually been talking about around the world for the last few months. And in fact, our friend Dr. G did a little a piece about this lady and her chitty chat to the media. And I'm going to play a little bit of that interview with the media a few months ago. Now, back then, she was not charged. Today, as in a few hours ago, she was officially charged. It's taken that long for enough evidence to be put together against this lady here, wherever she is. I still can't get my orientation right on screen. This lady, Erin Patterson. Gee. Guilty. Yeah. Yeah, clearly it's taken this long for them to get a case together because no one was really sure whether this was accidental, and no one still is sure if it's accidental. We don't know. Don't know. Anyway, so let's talk about what this is all about. This lady's name is Erin Patterson. Now, she lives in Victoria. If people don't know, Victoria is right at the bottom of our country. It's actually where our friend Pixie lives. She lives in Melbourne, but I believe this is on the outskirts. Now, let's talk about what happened at the beginning of this. Hello, Samuel Dunn. No, just arrested. Only arrested today, Samuel Dunn. Correct. Erin Patterson arrested is what I've got written there. Yeah, correct. Did I say charged? If I did, I'm really sorry. Mistaken. All this is just coming in, and we are going to play some of the police press conference. And welcome, Samuel Dunn. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so just to give people a little bit of background, who we have up there is the lady herself. There's a large photo there, and her name's Erin Patterson. And we have Pastor Ian Wilkinson and wife Heather Wilkinson, who were there at the lunch that she cooked, which was, I believe, a pie with some mushrooms in it. And also, there was her, I believe, her deceased husband. Now, let's go through the timeline. There is a timeline. Let me just looky. Start at the very beginning. So, back in July 29, 2023, Erin Patterson served a meal that police believe killed her ex-in-laws and her children's great aunt. Sorry, it wasn't her husband. It was her ex-in-laws and her children's great aunt. Moving on. Okay. Now, next thing that happened was the Australian newspaper revealed that police were investigating a possible mass poisoning in Leongatha. That was in August 5, 2023, and 3 were dead. Now, the homicide squad revealed that Erin Patterson was a suspect, but said that no deaths. Said that the deaths could also have been accidental. Sorry, and moving on. There she is there. Now, that's her talking to the media. She decided to talk to the media, whether or not that she had legal counsel at the time, don't know. But may or may not have been a good idea. We'll see if that comes back. Back to my. Okay, so there is one of the people involved. Let me go back. Sorry, I'll put this together really quickly. Okay, so it emerges that Simon Patterson suffered a mystery gut-related illness last year. Okay, so he's one of the people. So we have Erin Patterson. She's the suspect. Then we have Simon Patterson. He suffered a mystery gut-related illness last year. Then Erin Patterson said that her ex-husband accused her of poisoning his relatives, but emphatically denies wrongdoing. Now, he got really sick, but he's not dead, right? But he does accuse her, right? So there is like some bad feeling about it. It doesn't mean that she did it. We can't get out in the public forum and be like, well, I'm not going to get out in the public forum and be like, oh, she's done it and things like that. Now, there has been some public speculation about the fact that there was a dehydrating machine that, because apparently, allegedly, she said that she bought these mushrooms from a grocery store. Yeah, yes, Josie, a grocery store, like an Asian food grocer, but also there had been talk of her going and picking these mushrooms and dehydrating them. And she had apparently gone and thrown away the dehydrator, which doesn't look very good. But then later, apparently, she said to the cops that she had panicked, and that was the reason why she had thrown away the dehydrator. So this didn't look very good, but what can you say? All right. So she emphatically denied the poisoning of the relatives. Boop, boop. And Erin Patterson told the Australian that she had been made to feel like a witch over the deaths. There she is. And then she's talking to the newspapers and the television shows about it. We'll have a bit of a look at that in a minute. She was really hysterical at this point in time. She was just like, no, I didn't do anything. I feel terrible about it. It was just the worst thing that could ever happen. Hang on. Okay, so forensic psychologist Tim Watson Munro said that there were red flags in the poisoning case, as they do. The poisoning suspect convicted 5 times for high-speed drunken rampage. What's that all about? Yeah, okay. So here's the reason for that. The Australian reveals that the Erin Patterson, that's the suspect, had gone on a drink driving spree, but that was 20 years ago. So this is what happens when you've got someone who's a suspect that's in the public eye. And sorry, I'm breaking up a little bit now. When you've got a suspect that's in the public eye like this, the media is going to pull up things like this, aren't they? Kind of like with Koberger and his annoying somebody in high school when he was 16 or 14 or something. This doesn't mean that she went and picked poisonous mushrooms, does it? Really? Okay, so there was a memorial service for the Pattersons, and hundreds of people attended it. That's her in-laws. Police confirm that Erin Patterson had been arrested for questioning in country Victoria, and November 2nd, 2023, that's now, she goes and gets arrested. Let's have a bit of a look. So first, what we'll do is we will have a looky at this. A bit of fun. This is a bit of a flashback, and I'm going to, oops. I'm going to take this one off the screen, and instead, I'm going to share something else. This one. And I may need to chatter a bit through this because otherwise I might get myself struck. But there she is. This is a few months ago. And this is the one I was telling you about, that a certain commentator might have done a little bit of body language analysis on. So let's see. Let's see if we think she's guilty just from this little bit of video. They're bringing up things from her past, Josie. Yeah, aren't they? They have nothing to do with the case. This isn't just a US thing. No. No. What is different, though, is that we're actually talking about something that is not celebrities. It's just normal people going to court, which we don't generally do. It's not usually in the media. There's only a few public cases that we talk about. There's one right now which is really big. That's called Bruce Lehrmann. But apart from that, we don't generally talk about just normal people cases. Okay, so what I might do is swap to, for fun, I might swap to this view. Oh, hello, I'm down here. I know, maybe this view. That's a little bit better. Nah, maybe this view. Hey, there we go. I'm just playing around today.
Can you tell us about the meal that you cooked?
I'm so
Hey, Nicholas.
devastated by what's happened, by the loss of Don. Don is still in hospital. The loss of Ian and Heather and Gail. They were some of the best people that I've ever met. Gail was like...
Take your time.
Gail was the mum that I didn't have because my...
Oh, those tears, they're so accusative. What are they performative? What are we supposed to call them? Maybe they're not real tears. Maybe you can't see the actual tears. If the tears are snotty and falling, in succession from one another, forming pools, then they're not real and they're performative. Maybe that's it.
My mum passed away 4 years ago, and Gail's never been anything but good and kind to me. And Ian and Heather were some of the best people I've ever met. They never did anything wrong to me, and I'm so devastated about what's happened.
Can you tell us
and the loss to the community and to the families and to my own children who've lost their grandmother?
Can you tell us a bit more about the lunch?
Oh, it was delicious. It was beef Angus, maturely raised, and a stroganoff sauce. And yes, I chose the gold cap mushrooms, which I found in the backyard. They've been growing for a while. Yes. Oh, no. I bought them down at the grocer. Sorry. No, scrap that last bit. Scrap it.
What I can tell you is that I just can't fathom what has happened. I just can't fathom what has happened. that Ian and Heather have lost their lives, and Gail has lost her life, and Donna's still in hospital. And I pray that he pulls through, because my children love him.
And you must be pretty shaken up by this as well.
Oh, you know what she just said? She said, the children love him. Not her. Well, yeah, okay. Look, this means nothing. I'm being stupid, right? And the reason I'm going to say that is because we have different laws here. I can't just say whatever I want. I'm not trying to say that I think anything bad of her whatsoever. Okay? Just saying that. What's that? It's not suspicious that 3 people died with whom she fed poisonous mushrooms to, but she herself didn't. That's not suspicious at all. No, but I think she got sick. Think.
Devastated. I love them. And I can't believe that this has happened, and I'm so sorry that they have lost their lives.
How are you
I
kids?
just can't believe it. Just can't believe it.
Can you tell us where the mushrooms came from?
I wouldn't if I were you. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Okay, look.
From the property area,
I
the
just
mushrooms?
asking.
Oh, yeah, can I have some of the mushrooms?
Police say you're a suspect. Do you have
Oh, did
anything
I?
to say about
Yes,
that?
I say I didn't do anything. I
I
love
did
them,
something. I love them.
and I'm devastated that
I'm
they're gone.
devastated.
And I hope with every fibre of my being that Don pulls through. That's
Where
what
do
I
the
have to
mushrooms
say.
come from?
Where the mushrooms come from? Can I have some of the mushrooms?
Were they picked by you, or where did they come from, Erin? Can you tell us? What meal did you cook them?
Mushroom
Did you eat the same
stew.
meal, Erin?
Mushroom soup. Yeah, okay. So, moving on from that, next thing's next. Okay, so back to where we were. And I'm just going to share this one full screen for you. I'll add it to stage. Okay, and it's like nothing ever happened. Thank you, Nicholas. Aren't you sweet? Isn't it great the way that works, though? I just love the way that works. It's just internet magic. Internet magic. I can do a disappearing act. I can like be gone for 30 seconds and come back, and it's there. That's so good. All right. You are so late. Who's late? You're the one who's late, David. Did you catch the bit about the mushroom lady? Anyway, now we're going to hear from this fella here, who is I think is he the police commissioner or sergeant or something like that. Anyway, he's going to talk about what happened today, and I'm talking just a few hours ago, right? And so Erin Patterson has been arrested as suspected mushroom poisoning. Let us listen to him.
49 email in relation to this incident, and a search warrant was subsequently executed at her residential address. This search is currently ongoing, and we are being assisted by the AFP's technology detector dogs. Homicide Squad investigators have previously interviewed this woman in relation to an incident that occurred on the 29th of July, where 4 people fell ill following taking part in a meal at a private residence there in Leongatha. 3 of those people, Heather Wilkinson, Gail Patterson and Don Patterson, unfortunately passed away in hospital following taking part in that meal. The 4th person, Ian Wilkinson, was released from hospital in late September, and I understand that he continues to recover. Once the search of the premises is complete today, the female will be interviewed by Homicide Squad investigators. We will provide updates as the day progresses. Over the last 3 months, this investigation has been subject to incredibly intense levels of public scrutiny and curiosity. I cannot think of another investigation that has generated this level of media and public interest, not only here in Victoria, but also nationally and internationally.
Yep.
I think it's particularly important.
I mean, like, really, when someone as renowned, famous on a global scale as Dr. G decides to do an in-depth body language analysis on somebody from a clip like we just saw, this is it's world beating. Like, it's grand scale, top shelf true crime, people, right? Like, you can't look past this. This is like the mushroom poisoning case. It's the case of the century. Yeah? Like, I had to stop everything. I just had to stop everything. I had to make my hella breaking news graphics. I mean, can you imagine, like, if there's more footage of this woman, Dr. G is going to have to change his underwear.
Keep in mind that at the heart of this, 3 people have lost their lives. These are 3 people who, by all accounts, were much beloved in their communities and are greatly missed by their loved ones. These deaths also continue to have a significant impact on the media, on the immediate families of those involved, and I ask that people are particularly mindful of this over the coming days. In smaller communities such as Leongatha and Curramborough, a tragedy such as this can reverberate for years to come. I know people have many questions in relation to this matter and will be hopeful that I can provide answers to them today. However, it's not that simple. Today's arrest is just the next step in what has been a complex and thorough investigation by Homicide Squad detectives, and one that is not yet over. While we do want to provide timely updates about this matter, it is critical that doing this does not adversely impact the current investigation or any future processes. I encourage people to be particularly mindful of unnecessary speculation and the sharing of misinformation. While police are doing everything we can to ensure this investigation is not impacted by this, again, I stress at the heart of these matters are the recent deaths of 3 people and families and loved ones who are trying to come to terms with this. Finally, I'd like to thank members of the public who have reached out and provided information in relation to this incident. I'll again ask if there is anyone out there that has relevant information in relation to this matter, that they contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000 or contact their nearest police station. Thank you.
Right, that is Detective Inspector Dean.
Okay, so he did not take questions at all. He did not want to stick around and chitty chat at all. No, no, no. This is going to be kept very, very quiet now. And that tends to be the case. There doesn't tend to be much talk about these things. Also, did you notice no little pats on the back or anything like that to all the people involved? So there wasn't all that. I think what's happened is, well, I'm pretty sure what's happened is they've been waiting on a lot of forensics, a lot of toxicology to happen, for them to find out whether or not the mushrooms that were used in the pie, because it was a pie, could have been sourced from a store anywhere in that vicinity, if her story adds up, or if they were the kind of mushrooms that she could have grown or could be found in the local area and dehydrated in that machine that I was talking about earlier. Because if they were the kind of mushrooms that could in any way have been bought from a shop, then that proves it shows that it could have been accidental. Also, another thing that people are talking about is why did the kids not get sick? Well, apparently she made a separate pie for the kids, and that adds up in my mind. My kid will not eat anything that even looks like a vegetable, and I often make a different meal for my child because I just give in. So sick of it. It's like I've tried like mashing it all up and making it so she'll eat something with veggies, and it doesn't work. She'll just put up the hunger fight. I'll just make her something else. I know it's terrible, but you give up eventually. It's like some battles aren't worth fighting. Right, so I will provide more info on this as time goes by because there'll be speculation. There'll be much speculation on this. What'd you say, Jean? She performs autopsies on people who died semi-mysteriously. It's a great show. You can find episodes on YouTube. Oh, you're talking about Dr. G, Medical Examiner. Yeah, that's because I was not referring to her. No, I was referring to the very legitimate field of body language analysis, having looked at 3 minutes of video. That. Thank you, everyone who's come along to watch this. That's really nice of you. And I'm going to be putting it out there for people to rewatch because I gave very little notice on this because it's breaking news. Breaking news. I like my little green screen. Not really working that well. It's kind of working. I actually made this layout for Mo in StreamYard, and I'm going to make a tutorial to pop up in my little graphics section so that people can know how to make this, breaking news template for StreamYard. But mostly so Mo can have it because she does her newsy news. Because she was the one who asked me, how do I make it so there's a little box and I can put a little thing up there? And I said, I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy. But yeah, so I worked it out the other day and I messaged her. I'm like, do you want to come backstage and I'll show you how to do it? And she's like, oh, I'm a bit busy right now. So I said, I'll make a video about it then for you. So yeah, that's coming too. And on Sunday, a new thing from EU is going to be called Hearsay for Days. Another new format, and it's basically what all the people are saying about all the cases and topics that we talk about, but in the comments section. Fun. So that'll be about 3 p.m. on Sundays Eastern. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Josie. That was a great last minute stream. Thank you. I legit just threw it together. Through. Like you couldn't tell. Thank you. Time and effort. Thank you. You're kind. And yes, Dr. G string. So C-Sweat make that up, I think. She's hilarious. Did everyone hit the like? Please hit the like. Please, and please share this one. This one in particular, I want to share. Okay, great. I have to go and pick up my little girl because again, I did this so quickly. I was like, can I get this done before pickup time? Alrighty. Time for me to say bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching my breaking news and more of this mushroom debacle soon.